Avi Meyer's Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at ntnm.org, where you'll find all of our YouTube videos from the last 9-10 years. CommunityPolicingCaps24.org. You still have time, but very, very little time. Like, pick up the phone now if you want to participate in Jewish Chicago. That'd be great. We're expanding our coverage and our circulation tremendously. And, you'll want to participate. It's something that's really pretty cool. It is a pleasure to have somebody we've had on the show before, one of the more intelligent people around, somebody that I actually did endorse in Jewish Chicago for mayor of the city of Chicago, who I think a lot of people now probably wish had won his race for mayor of Chicago. And that is former alderman, now running for state senator of the 2nd District, Bob Fioretti. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you, Avi.
So why make the jump to Senate?
Well, I was probably going to take a breather from politics and see what was happening, but over the summer and over the even after the mayoral election, people were asking me, "You got to get involved. You got to get involved." And then all of a sudden, there was a wave of items that were happening in the 5th district, the Senate district that I'm running in, and it all related to where was our senator. We haven't seen our senator in all this time, and problems that were happening in the district. I mean, it's the most diverse district probably in the state of Illinois, economically, racially. It's almost like when I first ran for alderman. It takes in an area from, I'll say, LaSalle Street at parts to Cicero Ave, Cermak to Armitage, if things were very compact, and you know how gerrymandering affects things.
Yes, gerrymandering is definitely. That's some of the Old West Side.
Yes, it is a lot of the Old West Side.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think my mother grew up in that district.
Probably. I'm finding a lot of people's mothers did and fathers in that whole section. And,
do you have Marshall High School in there?
Yes.
Yeah, my mother's a graduate of Marshall High School, of all things.
Okay. And in fact, we were campaigning right outside of Marshall, or getting petitions there in the grade school that's next to it. And we've found a great response on what we were doing. So I'm encouraged on what we see, but we have to raise the issues. And our state senator has been nowhere to be found on the 2 most significant issues that affect Chicagoans, education and violence that happens. And I hate to say it because I look at where shootings occur, and about anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of the shootings that happen every weekend happen in and around that west end of this district. And it's a lack of hope, lack of jobs, and we need to bring in jobs, and we need a good educational quality for all of our kids, and not only on the east side of that district, but on the west side. And we need to bring the elements that are necessary so everybody can have a better life here in this city and in this state.
No, I think that's very good stuff. And yeah, your opponent actually was a guest on the show once, and he hasn't been for years since.
I can imagine. I think I remember seeing that first one some time back. It reminds me of a pastor whose church I went to recently, and he was telling his congregation, and they can't endorse formally, but he endorsed me, and he said basically that he had heard from her twice, once for when she was running and once to use the parking lot. And that was it. And she only lives about 50 feet away from the church.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and there's other issues that affect that the community is looking at her, and
there was a newspaper article. Was it the Better Government Association that was looking into her?
Yes. In fact, on her 5-link program, and she has we can't fault somebody in their business opportunities, but you can't use your governmental position to make money personally for yourselves. I've been strict on that from day one. But more importantly, when somebody has their BMW and they have their state plates on it, and now a Bentley as the article referenced, and she has both. And
she has a Bentley?
Yeah, Bentley too.
Wow.
And there's a commercial out there about her selling this system, and it starts off as if you think you're looking at a commercial for the state Senate and not about a private business or how to make money in a private business and getting into one of these pyramid schemes. But I don't like to dwell on the negatives on it, because I think we have a better platform on issues all the way across the board. on the violence that's in this city, education, how to help mental health. And I think there is a direct link between the violence that we see, lack of mental health, and lack of educational opportunities for our kids and our students and parents here in this city. So parts of Lincoln Park are in this district.
Interesting.
Twin Acres right over there. You can buy a home on the next block from Twin Acres. For the same price that you buy that home, you can buy 2 or 3 blocks on the west side of the city.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, and it does. And when you see that problem and you see the lack of hope and opportunity, you know we have to do something now, and we've got to get to it right to the point.
No question about it. So, you always like a challenge. So I guess energizing a Senate district would certainly fill in with the challenge. Before I forget, I want to thank Tony Boylan for making all the arrangements to get you here today. He's a real good guy.
And he was very helpful in making sure that we got here in the right direction, even though I've been here before. So.
Yeah, no, the truth of the matter is over the years you had a series of really good people working for you.
Yes, and they've always been good. And even my governmental staff is, I like to always say what we did in my governmental staff. We introduced about 23 ordinances, resolutions, and orders in the City Council under the 4 years of Rahm. And about 2,200 of those passed. So that means you got to work with people and get things done. You have a small staff of 3, so we were doing, and most of my ordinances affected my community and doing things that improved a lot of our community and raising everything up. At the same time, when my staff and I would work on ordinances, we were working on things such as 311 calls, and we put in 1 year 13,000 311 calls.
And your website, please?
It is Bob Fioretti for StateSenator.com.
Bob Fioretti for StateSenator.com, 5th District. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony Boylan. Bye-bye.
Thank you.